Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right folks, so this is going to be a simple unboxing video. I cannot tell you how long I have been waiting to actually show this release off. I was just waiting for the right time, and I can't think of a better time than now, particularly with the upcoming release of Deadpool and Wolverine. So in this video, I am going to be showing this incredible edition of Deadpool 2. This is a Filmarena One Click Maniac edition, and as you can see, it is quite a sizable box set. Now inside this release you get, I think it's 4 editions. You get 2 Blu-ray collector's releases, you get the 4K collector's edition, you also get a Steelbook edition, and then of course you get the collector's gift as well. Now I'm going to just say right now at the start, during the unboxing segment, I guarantee you I am going to be laughing so much because when you see the artwork through this entire edition, it is very creative, but it is incredibly funny, much like the movie itself. So yes, I'm going to be taking us around this one very, very soon. Looking forward to doing so. Long time coming. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time in front of the camera here, folks, because as you can see with the box set, it is quite big and there is a lot to get through. But I think I'm right in saying that we are all highly anticipating the upcoming movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. I've said it so many times in videos that I'm somewhat fatigued when it comes to superhero movies, but there's an exception, and Deadpool is that exception. I just find the movies to be highly entertaining. I get a great laugh from them. As a matter of fact, part 2, there's one scene that left me in tears, and I mean that kind of tears where you're almost, you can't breathe, you're laughing that hard. It's the scene where Deadpool gets ripped in half by the Juggernaut. And it's the scene after that when he's actually trying to recover. And you see like the little baby legs on Deadpool. All I can say is thank God I was not in the cinema when I seen that scene for the first time. Because I can tell you now, I was on the floor crying with laughter when I seen that scene. And that's what I get from the Deadpool. Particularly the first 2 movies. I find them to be highly entertaining, a lot of fun, some great action as well. And even though part 2 is not as good as the first one, I still really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we get much the same with the upcoming movie. It is highly anticipated, and let's hope for once this movie lives up to the hype. Right, so I'm not going to waste any time, folks. I want to get through this because there is a bit to get through, and I really do hope you enjoy it. So yeah, here we go. Right, so here we go, Deadpool 2. So I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as I can because there's so much to get through. So this is the main artwork on the box set. And as you can see, it looks like a child's drawing. You've got Domino there, you've also got Cable, and of course Deadpool. And you've got the title there on top as well. And everything that you're looking at here on the cover has a lovely bit of spot glossing to it. It's not the most creative artwork I've ever seen, but you know what? Every time I look at it, it just puts the biggest smile on my face. I find it very funny. So that is the main artwork. On the top, you will just have Filmarena Maniacs Collector's Box. And you will notice the unicorn there as well. And it's almost the same on the other side, but it gives you your unique number. And as you can see, it's 242 of 400. And then on each side, you simply got Deadpool 2, that is, and it's the exact same on the other side. And then all that's left to show is the back. My god, the weight of this thing is unbelievable. And as you can see, you've got Juggernaut there, and it says, hot potato. And it's the main kid in this movie. I can't remember the character's name, but look, when I bend the light against it, you can sort of see all that spot glossing. So like I said, not the most creative bit of artwork you're ever likely to see, but you know something, there's something about it that I love. So I'm going to just slide this box open, and this is everything that we are going to be looking at in this release. And as you can see, there is so much to get through. So I'm not going to waste any time, so I'm going to start with the first edition and then make my way across. Right, so here we go. This is the first, and this is a Blu-ray edition. There is a J card. I'm going to quickly bring it in for you. And as you can see, you get that card once again, and as you can see, the number is matching to the main box. You will notice down there as well, you get the super duper extended cut and the theatrical cut, both on Blu-ray. So that's the J, put that to a side, let's get on with the release itself. So there is a lovely bit of texturing going on in terms of when you see the number 2 and Deadpool. And then of course you got this lovely bit of spot glossing on certain aspects of them. It's not on everything. Like for instance, when you look at Domino, her arm and her face has just a nice bit of spot glossing, but the rest of her has this lovely bit of texturing to it. So the artwork is fantastic. Once again, you got Deadpool, Cable and Domino. And of course you got the giant 2 in the background and Deadpool on the top. So I will show you the top of this. And it says, you never forget your second time. And that is the bottom. You have your number there once again. And this is the spine. And right around to the back. And some of the poses that you get from Deadpool in this set is absolutely fantastic. And it's much the same that you've seen on the main artwork in terms of the texturing. And once again, you will notice that Cable, every time you see flesh, it basically has a bit of spot glossing to it, but then the rest is a nice texturing to it. So it's the 3 again, and yeah, I'm going to be laughing a lot through this video. I know I am. So that is the edition itself. That is its contents. Now the steelbooks in each one of these releases are the exact same, but 1 or 2 of them will have lenticular covers. So I'm not going to show this steelbook off properly. I'm just going to show you the lenticular that you get in this one. But trust me, I will be showing the steelbook. It'll probably be in the next edition. But as you can see, that is the lenticular. You've got the entire cast on it as well. Again, there's not much movement with the lenticular. It's just an added depth to the picture itself. But it's just done by a simple magnet, in case you are wondering. As you can see there. Yeah, a simple magnet that just sticks on. So that is the lenticular. You've got a booklet as well. You just got Deadpool 2 written on it. And there's nothing on the back. And this will be a simple stills booklet. Now, everything that you're going to see in this release in terms of the booklets, the cards, all that, they're all going to be very different to one another, which is always great. I'm sure there will be a write-up in one of the booklets as well. But yeah, a simple stills booklet. And then inside that steelbook, you got these kind of collector's cards, or character cards, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just going to quickly run through them, just to give you an idea of what they're like. But there's around probably 8 of them. And that's what's on the back of them. And then you've also got these larger ones. And just simple stills from the movie itself. I'm actually looking forward to revisiting this. I'm actually looking forward to revisiting the 2 and getting myself set up for the next one. Very, very excited. So that's the postcards and that is the backings. So there you have it, folks. That is the first edition. 4 minutes it took me to do that. That's not bad at all. So I'll make my way onto the second one. Right, so we are on to the second edition. So we are still on the Blu-ray releases. So I'm going to quickly bring in the J card for this one. Now you'll notice the card is the exact same, but the smaller card down the bottom has very different artwork on it. So that is the J. Put that to a side. And onto the release we go. So this is a single-sided lenticular. And it just adds a depth to the picture. Even though I have to admit the pink unicorn really stands out. Again, my camera's not going to pick it up, but trust me, it is quite impressive. But as you can see, you've got Deadpool sitting on a pink unicorn. Him holding a machine gun with a rocket launcher as well. You've also got a grenade there. I think that's a comic book. And of course, you got the explosion in the background. I have to tell you, folks, the colour scheme on this one looks absolutely amazing. Very impressive. So that's the main artwork. I'm going to show you the top of it. And it says, he's not coming alone. And the bottom of it is the exact same as the previous release. And then onto the spine we go. And as you can see, every bit of writing there has a lovely bit of spot glossing to it. And wait till you see the back of the picture. Look at this. It is absolutely fantastic. It is Deadpool kind of on a trike, holding onto a taxi cab. It is quite brilliant. Now again, when you kind of bend the light against it, you'll notice that the bike and Deadpool himself have this lovely bit of texture into it. Look at that. It's fantastic. As for the rest of the artwork, it just has this soft touch finish to it. But yeah, the colour scheme on this release really stands out, particularly when you stack it up against the previous one. So this is the contents that we're going to be looking at, and I'm definitely going to be showing the Steelbook in this one. There's no lenticular on this. So I will start with the booklet you get in this one. And as you can see, once again, it's Domino, Deadpool, and a Cable. Deadpool 2, not suitable for children's book. And believe it or not, that's exactly what this book is, which I'm going to show you now in a second. Right at the back of it, it is about the author himself. Look at the state of Deadpool. Epic. And yeah, so when you actually go through this, you'll see a couple of pictures in the back, like so. And the rest of it is done like a children's book. So I don't know if that's... I didn't actually read it yet. I haven't actually gone through it. But I don't know if it's basically them covering the movie itself, or is it something very different. So that was such a nice touch to include this in this edition. So there you go, a not so children's book. Brilliant. So you've got the Steelbook as well, and I tell you, this one is an absolute stunner. So on the previous release I showed you the lenticular. As you can see, the artwork is the exact same, and there is quite a bit going on here in terms of the artwork. Look at that. Like I said, there is just every single character. There is a nice bit of debossing in terms of Deadpool himself and the swan that he's sitting on. And then of course you got that lovely frame to it as well. Deadpool as well has a nice bit of debossing to it. It's a stunning Steelbook. Again, the colour scheme really does stand out. High gloss finish on it as well. So that is the Steelbook itself. I'll take us onto the spine of this one. And right around to the back. And once again, you've got the unicorn. Only this time, Cable, Domino, and Deadpool, they kind of look like they're a lot younger. They're like kids. And then you got another two there on the back as well. But it's brilliant. It's really sticking to the whole kind of children's book theme. I do love this Steelbook. It is very, very creative. And I will open it up in full to give you a proper look at it. But there we go. So that's the steel. Turn it inside and you've got your... That is the super duper cut, and then you got the theatrical at the back. And then you've just got a picture of Deadpool with a spike going through his head. So that's the Steelbook. Now inside the Steelbook there was a few cards, much similar to the last release. So I'm going to just quickly run through them. But as you can see, it is character cards once again, but they are very, very different to the last release. So once again, I think there's around 8 of them. And even the backings are very different as well. So, and then of course you've got the these postcards or collector's cards, whatever you want to call them. But as you can see, it's just a few stills from the actual movie itself. And once again, I think there's probably around 8 of them. I only found out recently, this fella in the middle, him and Ryan Reynolds do not get on whatsoever. They actually hate each other. And he said he'd never work with him again. So yeah, that's the postcards, and that's what it looks like on the back of them. So there you have it, folks. That is the second release. So I'm going to make my way on to the third. Right, so here we go. This is the third edition, and we are going into 4K territory. This is the J card that comes with that one, and you will notice that it's very, very different in terms of the artwork. Again, the small card as well is very different, so that's always great to see. So that is the J. Put it to a side. Let's get on with the release itself. And this is a double-sided lenticular. And as you can see, they're basically recreating the Sistine Chapel. You've got Deadpool, you've got Cable. You'll notice that Deadpool has his finger in the barrel of his gun. Again, the lenticular doesn't do a whole lot. It just added depth to that picture. Again, if you can only see it for yourselves, you'll realise how good this actually looks. But the artwork is fantastic. It is very, very creative, and you can't help but laugh every time you look at it. I think that's meant to be a porthole behind Cable. So that is the main artwork. On the top of this one, we've got from the studio that killed Wolverine. Not anymore. And then, as you can see, the bottom is much the same again. And right on to the spine we go. And that all has that lovely soft touch finish to it as well. And of course, you got the spot glossing. And right around to the back, and you've got the entire cast of the movie. They're all having Thanksgiving. And you can see Cable in the back with Deadpool. I knew I'd laugh so much during this video. It is absolutely ridiculous, this artwork. But I have to give credit when credit's due. It is so incredibly creative. And it's great to have so many different options. It is really beautiful, this one. So again, the lenticular, it doesn't do a whole lot. You do see a slight bit of movement there. But again, it's just more for depth. So that is the back artwork. This is everything that's inside this one. You notice this edition is a bit thicker than the other two. And open it up. And I'll quickly start with the Steelbook because it's the exact same again. The only difference with this one is when you open it up, you've got 2 cuts of the movie, but this time it's on 4K. So no need to spend any time with the Steelbook itself. You've got a few collector's cards here. This is the artwork that I have on the standard release for Deadpool 2. I think that's the one. You got the 3 again on the cover. And this is the back of it. And as you can see, it's the same picture as the Steelbook itself. That's the spine of it. And open it up, and you've got special cards and character cards. So I'm going to get through this as quickly as I can. I actually love that scene in the movie. So yeah, again, these are, what did I say, special cards. I'm always saying that I'm not sure what makes them special because they're just simple stills from the actual movie itself. I would love to see a bit more, if I'm completely honest. Maybe some behind the scenes, something like that. So yeah, that is the cards. That's the backings on them. So I can put them back in and take out the character cards, which I'm sure will be much the same again. So yeah, they are exactly what they said they are, character cards. So again, I think it's the same as the last one, probably around 8 or 9 of them. So Domino there, you got Deadpool once again, and then his woman, and Ryan Reynolds. So that is the postcards, and the backings are the exact same once again. So put them away and get on to the booklet itself. And as you can see, the artwork is the exact same as the main box set, which is a little disappointing because normally Filmarena always have different artwork through the entire release. But as you can see with this booklet, of course, you do get a write-up. So they are basically covering the entire cast and then about the production of the actual movie itself. So there you go, that's the book. I don't want to spend too much time with it, folks. So that's the 3rd edition, everything that's in the 3rd one. And all that's left to do is to show you the 4th one, which is another Steelbook edition, but it's the same. But I'm going to give you a close look at it anyway. Right, so this is the 4th edition. Now, it is the Steelbook again. Now, it's slightly different in terms of the actual J card. As you can see, the Steelbook sits into the J card. But you will notice that it is still in the shrink wrap. I just didn't feel the need to take it out because, as you can see, I had the other ones opened anyway, so there wasn't much point. So yes, I just wanted to quickly show you that one. It is, like I said, the J card that is slightly different, but the Steelbook itself is the exact same. So there's one thing left to show, and it is the collector's gift that you get inside this set. Right, so this is the final item that I'm going to be showing in this release. Of course, it is the collector's gift. It's not the most exciting gift you're ever likely to see, but look, I thought it was only right to show it to you anyway. But as you can see, the artwork is done very similar to the main box set. You've got the woman in it, his friend who's blind. You got Deadpool 2 on top. She's on a scooter drinking a cup of coffee. And everything that you see in the artwork here has a lovely bit of spot glossing to it. So that's the main artwork. I don't think there's anything on the top or the bottom. That's the back of it. Of course, you got Deadpool chasing after her. And much the same, you'll notice all that spot glossing going on. So that is the artwork on it. You slide this open. And you simply got Deadpool 2 collectible gift. Nothing on the top or the bottom. Anything on the back? No. So we will open it up. You've got another box. Wow, so much to get through here. This is the box. As you can see, it's the exact same once again. Nothing on the tops or bottoms of it, or the back of it. So we are finally into the gift. The way you kind of go through this, you think you're going to be seeing something very exciting, but unfortunately it's not. It is a simple little keychain. And as you can see, it is the exact same artwork that we've seen on the Steelbook itself. I wish they'd done something a bit better here. I've seen so many better collectible gifts when it comes to Filmarena. They should have done something so much better. But having said that, it is nicely made. There is a good weight to it as well. That is the back of it. Of course, you got the cast sitting on top of the unicorn. So it is nicely made. There's no question about it. But I remember when I unboxed it for the first time, and when I seen it for the first time, I was like, wow, is that it? Especially when you try and get through to it. So there you have it, folks. That is the keychain. Just let me pop that back in. And there we go. Sits in quite nicely. And that is your collectible gift. And that is everything that's inside this fantastic release of Deadpool. The artwork through this entire set is absolutely exquisite. I knew I'd be laughing quite a bit during it. And I cannot stress to you how happy I am to finally have a collector's edition like this in my collection. The only one downside to it was the collector's gift. I wish there was a bit more imagination going into it, but take nothing away from it. It is still a fantastic set. Right, folks, so there you have it. That is my One Click Maniacs Filmarena release for Deadpool 2. Now, if you're new to my channel and you like what you see here in terms of these box sets, I've actually done unboxings for other editions very similar to these. As a matter of fact, I'm just looking at my wall. I'm looking at them all. I've got an Equaliser 2 edition, Forrest, Gump, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Terminator 2, Venom, Wind River, Joker. And I'm going to leave links in the description below for all of those videos. And if you are interested in checking them out, please do. I think you'll be massively impressed by what you see. But if I was to make a recommendation for one of them, I would recommend checking out the Terminator 2 edition. I think you'll be blown away by it, particularly when you see the gift that you get inside that. And I've one more Filmarena Maniacs edition to show. It is Child 44, and I'm sure I'll do a video on it sometime in the future. So there you have it, folks. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could do, leave a comment down below. And please do share your thoughts on these series of movies. And are you excited for the upcoming Wolverine and Deadpool movie? Can't wait to see it myself. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.